what are some of the pressures that pastors are feeling with regard to this identity?
So in the
issue?
olden days, and we're talking maybe 200 years back, if you recall, David, as a young man to be a pastor, one of the things that was given is you'd hook your yoke with an older pastor and you'd be taught and mentored into the role. Over time, we began to take a cultural model and we began to form academia so that the way that a pastor is formed is by going to get his MDiv or go to school, and so it becomes a body of knowledge.
Right.
And so we follow a very collegiate or a very academic style on what the word discipleship is. And so we get crafted in our mind, and if we can debate, if we can argue, if we can be precise on our doctrines and our church history and our languages and our Bibles and our ethics and all the pieces, as well as the way we do services, the way we do the business of the church, then we get all the pieces in play to be the pastor.
Right. And
nobody is actually taking care of the soul. And that's a pressure today. I was preaching in Nashville a couple of years back, and I finished preaching, and I sat down, and the assistant pastor fell into my arms bawling. And I was like, what is going on, right? And he said that he grew up in a non-Christian background, and immediately when he came to saving faith, because he had a good personality, they began to take him, and he started giving testimonies, and then they started schooling him, and then he got to be a youth pastor, and then he got to be an associate pastor, and for 10 years they drove him, and nobody took care of his soul. Building the blocks that you would do with your children, the very things that build godly character inside the heart. They just wanted him filled and giving without taking care of the heart.
Right.
And that's what pastors really have the most difficulty, I think, right now, challenged by how we've done it. It's not head knowledge only.
Right.
It's that integration of what the scriptures have done by the Spirit in the community to graft godly character.